Hey, today we're building a retaining wall and we're going to start from the ground up. I'm going to walk you through the process of the digging, the retaining wall installation, the backfill, how to build a retaining wall for it not to fall down like how it fall down like this. One of the main reasons why it fall down the way it is here is because of the drainage issue that I'm going to share with you guys how to prevent that in the future. So before the retaining wall was here, as you see, it's collapsed because they did not have enough drainage at the back here. For your retaining wall, you want to have at least a foot to 18 inches of drainage off the back of the retaining wall. Also, you want to have a landscape fabric to prevent the dirt to mix with the gravel. We're going to show you how to do all of that in this video. With no further ado, let's dive right into the video and start the process. Alright, so see we have our space here pretty much clear. We're going to dig back from right because we're trying to come right to the hedge with our retaining wall. So we're going to dig over around 2 feet over. That way we have enough space for our drain, our backfill and our retaining wall. So we already removed our retaining wall. So now we're going to go ahead and start the digging process right now. Alright, so now I'm going to start with my digging. So guys, we have a sprinkler right in here, so we have to be extremely careful when digging out, so that way we don't break the sprinkler. So how do you know how tall or how deep should you dig? That would be based on the height of how tall you're going. So usually if you're going 2 feet, you want to dig down 1 feet deep. Again, and it's all based on the soil that you're working with. If it's a sand or if it's a clay, it all depends on the type of soil that you're working with. Alright, so we finish our digging now. We dug down around 12 inches, some part is like 14 inches. So right now I'm gonna just compact. I'm gonna compact the soil. Afterwards we're gonna put in our landscaping fabric inside before we start to throw our aggregate in there and compact it. Alright, so we have a hand tamper here. So we're gonna just use my my hand tamper here. It's very important to make sure that your base is compacted properly. Alright guys, so we finished to catch the foundation row, the first row. We string our line. As you see, we have our corner right in the corner here. Now we're gonna go ahead and use our adhesive. This is the adhesive that we're using. It's a PX XP Extra Performance. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put some adhesive. You want to stay away at least an inch from the outer edge. Just gonna go all the way down. So most of the stone have a direction. It have a mark on it to kind of give you indication of how you should set the stone. This one is a corner. So this one you want to overlap it. So we're gonna turn this one so that way we can tie this corner right here. So we're gonna go just like so. Pretty straightforward. Next time we do. Yeah, so as you see, the joint overlap with each other, so it basically tie. The joint basically tied with each other. Now we're just gonna go to and install all of these ones. We're trying to finish this off today, guys. More up top on him. Alright. Actually not too bad. I'm done already. Anyway there, man, you can't just stop them right there, sir. Come on. Get more fuel.
I won't obey.
As you see guys, you see the arrow on the stone there, it's telling you that you need to point the stone up or turn it up. Keep going.
Address, 29 banners. I think what good to put the number 5.
Wow.
The white thing
Alright guys, so basically we're gonna mark our sill, we're gonna measure the width, 12 inches. We're gonna just measure 12 inches back and just square it from the corner backward this way.
Anybody know that they need beaten?
You say you know, you didn't know.
This?
Eh?
This? What do you use this for?
That's a square, that's a 45 square.
So what do you think this is?
Same thing. I mean, I need to use that. You need to use that, I mean, I need to use that. I don't need to use that to do it. You see that you have to go for use to do it.
Tool for it?
You don't need to use this tool. Right tool. You need to know to learn to do it without tools. The way they can, what if you left it tool in your yard? How you going to figure it out?
But I tell already, see your maths.
11 you say, you're wrong, you're cut 3 times. No?
Yeah man.
You can't do it. You can't do it because that's a 12.
Me know, but what I mean, like me say.
If the stone was 11, you couldn't do it. You're wrong, man. Just admit you say you're wrong, man. Make you cut that.
Tell him about 45.
Tell him, man, say. He say 11 and 11. 12 and 12 you're supposed to say.
What makes it was 11 inches?
No matter what.
You know what I say, you don't know, man. It's okay. It's okay. You see we're trying to get a bit of slope on there. So normally guys you want to have at least a 2 inches overhang. My client, I suggest him to get that, but he said he want to go ahead and use this one here. So basically it's going to be flush. Okay, make you run a line. Yeah. I'll put you over the side of this. Huh? You know, say me no good, how me I go take Randy out? Alright. Eh? Yeah. So you see here we're backfill and we have our fabric overlap. Later on we're going to cut it off so that way we have proper drainage. It's very important. Have it like this help to prevent the wall from collapse. So you definitely want to have proper drainage, just like you see we did it here. That's it. We finally finished the retaining wall. If you have any question regarding the retaining wall, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll swing by and answer your question. Thank you for watching as always. If you get value from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe for more upcoming video like this one. Thank you. Be safe out there.